Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. Thank you for being here for part 3 of my introduction to love languages. Today we are going to knock out the remaining 3 of 5 love languages. We did an episode on acts of service and we did an episode on quality time. We have 3 that are remaining. They're pretty straightforward, so I thought we could just combine them all here just to help you figure out which is your love language, and if your partner's love language is one of these, how to best make them feel special and loved by the things you do for them, give to them, say to them. Stick around, that's what we're talking about. Number 3 actually, words of affirmation. Super easy to do, right? Somebody whose love language is words of affirmation wants to be told. They want to hear you say things that will make them feel special, make them feel seen, heard, loved, admired, respected. So telling somebody, obviously the most common, if you're not a person who's comfortable saying I love you on the regular, know that maybe you want to give that a go and try to be more comfortable saying the words I love you, because if somebody's love language is words of affirmation, they're going to want to hear I missed you, I love you, you look amazing, can't wait to see you. All these types of things are going to make this person feel like you're their person because you get them and you make them feel some special way, and that special way is loved. So it may come very naturally to you. Hopefully, it's always a wonderful when 2 people share each other's love languages or understand them really well. If it's not maybe your first, maybe words of affirmation is your second, so you kind of know what makes you feel good and you can turn it around and give that to your partner. But words of affirmation is probably one of the top ones that I hear. It's usually number 2 after what I'm going to go to next here, which is physical touch. Words of affirmation matter a lot to a lot of people. And I would say that it's a wonderful thing for somebody to say, I love you. And I don't think that it wears itself out. I don't think it can become too commonplace or turn into meaning nothing. I know there are lots of people who say, I love you every time they hang up the phone or every time they walk out the door or every night before they go to bed. As a person who I would say words of affirmation is second on my list of love languages, it doesn't become boring. It doesn't ever feel like you don't mean it and you're just saying it. And even if it does feel like you're just saying it because it's bedtime or you're about to walk out the door, it doesn't matter. It still makes us feel loved when words of affirmation is our love language. So if that's your partner's love language, and make sure that you're having a conversation to find out what your partner believes their love language is to be, go for it. Bombard them with love once you truly feel it, and with words of encouragement and support, because that'll go a long, long way with people who value those words. Physical touch. I'd say this one is honestly probably the most common, in that I ask people this question if they know their love language very often during the week. And physical touch seems to be the biggest one, with words of affirmation coming in second, in my experience. Doesn't mean it's yours, certainly doesn't mean it's your partner's, which is why you have to check in and find out for yourself. But if physical touch, it doesn't just mean a sexual relationship or holding hands when you're walking. It could just be that this person feels amazing when they're doing the dishes and you come up behind them and give them an unexpected hug. They do probably like you to put your arm around them if you're sitting somewhere watching a movie or at a musical concert. They want to feel connected to you somehow. PDAs, public displays of affection, are probably something they truly enjoy, because other people seeing you interact with them physically makes them feel special, makes them feel loved. And if that's the way they feel those things, why wouldn't they want more of that and for the world to know? In the same way that some people want to shout from the rooftops, I love this person, your person who appreciates physical touch is actually going to feel that way by hugging you, kissing you, holding your hand, wrapping themselves around you, cuddling on the sofa, dancing in the kitchen. All of these ways that you connect physically are going to be very special and have a special meaning for your partner who finds that physical touch is their love language. And then finally, to wrap up our introduction to love languages, we've got one left. And do you know what it is? Were you aware of the love languages before we started this conversation? Did you read the book? If you did, let me know down in the comment section that you already knew and you know what your love language is. And if you're already dating somebody, let us know down below if you've already found out by asking, or you just kind of know by knowing them what their love language is. But the last one is gifts. Words are nice, but if you can show me that you love me, same goes for the people who with physical touch, but if you can show me with something tangible, that's really going to make me feel special. That's how people whose love language is gifts feel about their receiving of something tangible. It's a gesture that makes them feel warm and fuzzy because they know you were thinking about them when you weren't with them. And that's kind of the thing that's most interesting about gifts as a love language, because some people may think that, oh, that's just so materialistic or shallow. But in this situation, it really is the thought that counts. Sometimes these people want just something to memorialize or to look back on later on, to connect to an experience. So like buying them a little souvenir when you're traveling, or if you're doing something together. These are the people that that's actually going to mean something to. These people whose gift is their love language really treasure the thought that went into choosing something for them. They may be a little harder to be with around the holiday because you can't really just run out and grab something last minute. Well, you can, but it's really going to touch this person much more deeply if it's something that you put some thought into, right? It's not just, because it's not about just having something or being given something. It's about the fact that you think they're special and are going to put some effort and some time into choosing something for them because you know them and you want to make them happy and feel loved. This is the person you do not want to forget their birthday or your anniversary and you send them flowers. You remembered that means something to them. Special occasions for sure, but that's not to make you think that a just because gift isn't going to be valued and appreciated also. This person just wants to know that you're thinking about them. This love language, like all of them, probably stems from the ways we felt loved as a child, the way we grew up. I've given some examples of that in the past. And just so you know, if this person is giving you gifts or a little something or a trinket or I saw this and thought of you, you're not going to want to say, oh, that was nice of you, thanks. No, sorry. Well, you're going to want to say, that was really thoughtful of you to think about me. I wouldn't have thought you would take the time out of your busy schedule while you were traveling on this work trip to get me something. You're such a sweetheart. Show appreciation, this person. They're showing you the way they want to be loved by loving you in that way. And that's what's so amazing about love languages, is that a person will show you how they want to be shown affection and love. And who wouldn't want to take advantage of that if this is a person you care about? So take the time, make the effort to find out your partner's love language so that you will be able to communicate with them the way you feel, in the way they are most likely to receive it well and feel pick up what you're putting down, right? That wraps up our love languages. I hope you found this few episodes interesting or fun, helpful in some way to you and your relationship. If you did, please give the episode a thumbs up. And if you'd hit the ring bell, then you can be notified every time I upload a new episode, which would be cool because we'll be able to hang out again soon. Appreciate you stopping by today. Until next time, have a good one. And understand at least each other's love languages, share each other's love languages, or understand.